Brandon here. Time for more SexxxPerTease. Today's question is it better to tell guys I'm in a long distance open relationship before or after we meet? I am all about honesty is the best policy, transparency, honesty, communication, even though this is maybe the hardest things for a guy to provide. But if I go out with a guy and then we have a great date and I'm really into you and excited for all the possibilities in the future, and then you tell me afterwards, like, oh yeah, I am already seeing someone, but it's long distance and we're open, I'm just kind of like, ew, no, like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you tell me this before? At first, like, bitch, it needs to be on your fucking profile to begin with when we first start talking. Like, or even if we meet on, like, social media, like, I always ask right away, like, you need to ask, like, are you single? Even if their profile says fucking single, you still need to ask, like, are you seeing anyone? Like, you need to be very specific because people will lie, deceive, whatever. It's like, I don't know. I'm just a Scorpio only child. Like, I don't like knowing that there's somebody else in your life that's, like, priority number one. Like, that's also why I probably am not in a guys in open relationships, because I just kind of feel like I don't want to be number two. Like, as much as I like hooking up with guys in relationships, it's like, I know it's just, like, fun. It's a fling. Like, we're not dating. This isn't serious. It's not, like, leading to anything substantial. But, like, if I go out with you on a date and then I really like you, I'm gonna want to see more. I want possibilities. I want to know, like, there is a possibility this can grow, develop. Maybe you're gonna be my boyfriend, and to find out you already have a man and you're, like, long distance and open, it's just kind of like, I don't want to invest in that. Like, that just feels like a waste of my time. I mean, yeah, maybe we can hang out or, like, hook up, but I already feel like you're done. Like, we're not going anywhere. Like, this doesn't have a future. There's already somebody else in your life. And I just kind of feel like long distance and open, like, what is the point? But yeah, I just don't want it to figure that out later. Like, I would do that before we even decide to go out, because then I have the ability to discern, like, okay, I know not to invest feelings in this guy. I know not to, like, fall for someone or think of a future together when they're already telling me, like, there's somebody else in the picture. They're already seeing someone. They already have someone else. I mean, yeah, they're free to, like, do whatever they want, and the relationship's long distance, so it's not like I'm gonna run into, like, their partner or whatever. But I think it is best to tell before, because that at least gives the other person the opportunity to at least prepare themselves for what they're getting into. Like, you can't just take someone out, show them a great time, and then they, like, start investing feelings or whatever, and then later you tell them, oh yeah, I'm already seeing someone. Like, that is deception. That is fucked up. Like, that is wrong. Like, you need to be upfront, clear, and honest from the beginning, especially if you do already have a partner. Like, no matter if it is open, no matter if it is long distance, like, you need to tell people from the beginning before they even meet up with you. Like, when you're first talking to each other, like, that should already be a question in the beginning anyway. Like, what is your age, height, weight, relationship status, HIV status? Like, these are things you need to be asking from the beginning. Like, I don't know how people, like, go through dating and relationships and don't even ask, like, the important questions from the beginning. And the relationship status and the HIV status are, like, the top two questions for me in the beginning. Like, okay, are you single? And you can't even just ask, are you single? You have to really ask, like, are you seeing someone already right now? Like, what is happening? Because people will still be like, yeah, I'm single, because we're not official. But then it's like, they could literally be in that process with someone, like, they're dating, and be like, official the next week. But it's just kind of like, yeah, I want to know beforehand, what the hell am I getting myself into? Like, if you are seeing anyone else in any capacity, I want to know that. Well, if I ask that, because sometimes I'm just very much like, I don't care if you are seeing someone, but it's not serious. Because, like, I don't care if you went on a couple dates with other people. Like, I'm probably going on dates with other people too, and I feel like I wouldn't claim it as I'm seeing someone if I just am like, I went on a first date with you, I went on maybe a second date with you. But I feel like if I'm just, like, seeing someone, I feel like that's something, like, consistent. Like, we see each other weekly, like, we talk every day. Like, otherwise, I don't really know if that's worth, like, mentioning. But if you already are in, like, a fucking open relationship, even if it is long distance, like, you need to be telling people that from the beginning. Otherwise, you are pissing people off and wasting people's time and emotions by not being upfront, honest, and having clear communication that there is somebody else already in the picture. Because I would be pissed the fuck off, especially thinking, like, oh my god, I went on this amazing date with this guy, I even told my friends about it, and then boom, he hits me with, like, oh yeah, I am seeing somebody else in this open relationship. But it's like, but you and I can still see each other. I'm just kind of like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, you take me out, have a great date, and then when it hit me with that bullshit, you're already seeing someone later? Like, that is just so fucked up. Just be honest from the beginning. Be open with your communication, not just your relationship. And be transparent. That way, the relationship will be better the more upfront that both people are aware of the situation. Like, you can't just hide something big from somebody else and then expect them to, like, still want to be with you. Like, you need to tell them from the beginning, like, hey, this is what's going on in my life. There is somebody else in the picture. And then if you still want to see me, great. And if you don't, then I understand that. Like, it's all about maturity, communication, honesty. So yes, definitely tell them before you even go out on that first date or even that first fucking hookup. I mean, if they ask, like, it just depends if it's a hookup, if like you actually have communication, if it's just like a random one night stand. But whatever. Just be honest upfront and communicate and tell them from the beginning that you are already in a long distance open relationship. So thanks for joining me for this episode of SexxxPerTease.